guys, so around where I live, it has started to snow again, which makes me just really want warm weather back, and I'm sure a lot of you feel the same way. So when I start thinking about warm weather, I think about things that I like to do. One of the things I like to do, especially in the summer, is ride my four-wheeler. And just a couple of hours from where I live, there's this really cool off-roading place called Badlands in Attica. And it is a really cool off-roading park. It has like sand dunes, wooded areas, gravel pits, mud holes, ponds that you can take like big jeeps through. It is an awesome off-roading park. And so if you live in Indiana, go there. It's really cool. But that's where the story I want to tell you guys comes from. I'm going to talk about the worst crash I have ever had today. It was just after I had gotten my new four-wheeler, a 250 Raptor. Now this thing was the most powerful four-wheeler I have ever had. I still have it, and I'm not quite the best on it, but I can't tool around on it, just kind of putt around like I could on my 125 Breeze. And because of that, I had to become accustomed to it. So my family and I, we went to Attica so I could learn how to ride around on it a bit better. This learning process is why I kind of crashed. Now, my mom's boyfriend has a son around my age, and he and I had gone off on our own through the wooded part, and I was having some trouble with my Raptor. I was stalling a lot, but later on this turns out it wasn't my fault, it was the four-wheeler, something was up. Chance, my basically stepbrother, decided to switch me four-wheelers. He had one of the other 125 Breezes while I had the 250 Raptor. And he's the leader of the pack every time we go to Attica. So I followed him while on the 125, and he had my 250. At one point in the wooded area, this is mostly for rock climbers, the four-wheelers, where there's like bigger hills that you can like go up, like this side or this side. But there are some that the smaller four-wheelers can take on too, like the 125 Breezes and the 250 Raptors. While we were in the wooded area, we decided to go up one. Now this is a safety little tiny lesson for all y'all who go off-roading. When somebody's going up a hill, and especially if you're on a four-wheeler or a dirt bike, wait until they get over the top before you go up. And if you're the person in front, get to the top, clear space, but then wait for the other person to come up. At the time, neither one of us really kind of did that. I was falling way too close, and when he got to the top of the hill, I was halfway up. At the top, he stalled on my 250. And I look up, and oh my God, I knew that he was stopped from the moment I saw him. And I had to stop because otherwise I would have ran into his back end, and the crash, my worst crash, would have been even worse. We would have been hospitalized had I not just done this. I start thinking, shit, shit, shit. I stopped. I start going back, and I bail off of the four-wheeler, and it's a good thing I did because as soon as I did, it started to flip. I go skittering down, the four-wheeler's flipping after me. I get to the bottom of the hill, I'm lying on my side. The four-wheeler lands on me. I'm on like my side like this, my legs are pinned, the four-wheeler the seat was resting on top of me, and then my legs were pinned by the handlebars. And as this was going on, I hear movement above me at the top of the hill. Chance had looked behind me, knowing that he had stalled to see what was going on, and he saw me laying there motionless. Bless his heart, he thought I was hurt, so he tried to come back down the hill to help me. About halfway down, he started to fall. He bailed. He had been walking next to the four-wheeler, trying to lead it down. Does not work when you have a couple 100 pounds of machinery going down a hill. It doesn't work. So he had been kind of laying over it, got off to the side, four-wheeler clipped him coming back down, so he went tumbling down. My four-wheeler flipped, and my handlebar actually got kind of bent since it fell with him. And he comes to a rolling stop next to me, but boys are like made a steal or something, because it only phased him for like half a second before he leapt up and was wrenching the four-wheeler off me. He was like, "Are you okay? Are you hurt? Do I need to go get somebody?" Chance was very good in the situation because even though he was asking me those rapid fire, he was still remaining really calm. And I just kind of looked up like, what just happened? And so we had to sit there for a few minutes as we calmed down from the adrenaline rushing through our veins. And I just kind of looked up like, what just happened? My leg kind of hurt, so I think that it was bruised pretty bad the next day. I was sore, my left hip had a bruise on it, my shoulder was aching, then where the four-wheeler had landed on it. He was kind of sore the next day too, but not as much as me since he hadn't been pinned. And we got back to the trailer where my aunt and uncle had been that had taken us to the park, and they were like, "What happened to you guys?" Because we were muddy too. We were covered in dirt. And luckily we weren't bleeding though. And we left the park like 45 minutes after that. He and I were kind of done. We'd been there for like the whole day, because we'd gotten there at like 9 or 10 a.m. I think, right after the park opened. And this was about 3 o'clock in the afternoon when this happened. But that was it for us for the day. We left. It makes for a great story and a great little lesson that when you're following someone, don't follow too close and be a conscientious leader in your group there. And also another lesson from other times that I've been there, have tow ropes in like a saddle bag on the four-wheeler. It comes in handy because I ran out of gas one time and he had to tow me back. And there's my little life lesson from this little adventure. I hope you guys like this week's video. Anyway, I'm just gonna end it there. Here's the after video bit. I'm sure you guys are probably tired of these, but if you like the video, let me know. Give me a like down there. If you're new to my channel, then hey, why don't you subscribe? That'd be really great, because that'll let me know that I'm doing a really good job and that more of you want to see my videos. And every time I fail, like on this video with crashing and everything. And I don't know. Say down in the comments things that you should do, that you think I should do in the future. Or if you've been off-roading and you've crashed, tell me that too. We can all share in past injuries together. Anyway, I'll see you guys next week.